Blackmagic design also released the ATEM Mini Extreme, and they also released the BlackmagicPocket 6K, which is around about £1,000. It has a viewfinder, so the viewfinder is separate, and I think the viewfinder is around £400, £400 to £500, and they also have a battery grip with the Blackmagic as well, so you can use 3 batteries simultaneously, and the battery grip is around £150. I think it's just the same as the other Pocket 6K. The only thing is they've updated the color science, so you're getting better colors. The Blackmagic Pocket 6K is compatible with EF lens. EF lens is from Canon, and Canon full frame lenses are expensive. Canon has different lens choices. They have loads of lens to choose from anyway. And another feature that it has is it has the built-in ND filter. A lot of people like built-in ND filters. I like it as well for shooting outside. Improved color science and frame rate, multiple resolution and frame rate, 4K DCI, 4096x2160, up to 60 FPS, so 60 frames per second. And of course, you can do 50 frames as well, which most people don't. And of course, you got DaVinci Resolve. One of the benefits of the Pocket 6K, you can record to your SD card, but you can use CFast cards as well, but you can use SSDs as well. So you can record to an SSD, and SSDs, you can record to an SSD, and CF Express Type B is fast as well. So it has a USB Type C to record to an SSD as well. You got Blackmagic RAW and other stuff as well, and this will work seamlessly with DaVinci Resolve. You got a flippy screen, it tips up and it goes low as well, so you can use it up and down. So the screen tips up and down. It doesn't flip out, and of course this is this camera is for video only, so no photography, just video on itself, and improved color science as well. The Blackmagic cameras also work with the ATEM Mini Extreme, so you can control focus and color grade and everything, and exposure from the ATEM Mini product, not just from the ATEM Mini product, the other Blackmagic live streaming products as well. And Blackmagic also released the BlackmagicWeb Presenter HD as well, and they said this one is targeted towards high-end broadcasts as well. So a lot of people use web presenters to do overlays and stuff like that. A lot of churches use it as well. And the Blackmagic ATEM Mini Extreme is $769, and then the ATEM Mini Extreme ISO is it's a bit more expensive as well. The ISO will record separate video from each individual cameras, and also it will give you a DaVinci Resolve project file, so you can just open it up in DaVinci Resolve and you can see all your live cuts. So this is the ATEM Mini, and then there's the ATEM Mini Pro, and then there's the ATEM Mini ISO, and then there's the ATEM Mini Extreme, and then there's the ATEM Mini Extreme ISO as well. And one of the complaints that people had was with the ATEM Mini, you could only connect up to 4 cameras, so you can only connect up to 4 HDMI cameras, and the problem was that 4 cameras wasn't enough for people on the camera. So there's 8 inputs on the camera, and you've got 2 USB cables, so you can use one to record to an SSD, or you can use it to use your built-in webcam on your laptop as well, so you can use it as a webcam as well. And you can see it's a lot bigger, and I prefer this ATEM Mini to the other ATEM Mini product. You got more inputs, you got 8 inputs, technically 10 if you're using the USB as well as a secondary camera as well, so you got 10, and you've got loads of options as well. So if you wanted to build your own custom wrap, you couldn't put it in a custom, well, maybe you can, so you could buy accessories, buy like third-party accessories to try and do that and figure that out. But this is the ATEM Mini Extreme, and it gives you 8 clean feeds separately into the SSD. So you record into the SSD. You want to use an SSD because it's a lot faster, and it records to H.264, and it's a 1080p recording as well, 1080p recording. And I've heard that the ATEM Mini doesn't require a lot of internet speed. They did a firmware update, so you can use the USB connection and you can connect it to your phone, so your phone is acting as the Wi-Fi, so you can get better connection directly from your phone. And then of course the ATEM Mini comes with the free software as well, which comes with the mixer, comes with a compressor, a limiter, an EQ. One of the reasons why you would want to use the ATEM Mini is because when you are live streaming and you're plug in multiple cameras, even if you have a powerful PC, it can start to bog down on your computer, on your GPU and your CPU. If you have a PC, if you have a Mac, Apple doesn't support video encoding. The chips for video encoding are on the graphics cards, and then video works with OBS and also AMD works with OBS and different manufacturers to utilize the GPU when you are live streaming or video editing. But once you start plugging in multiple cameras, it starts to bog down on your system, and then your live stream starts to be choppy because you're live streaming with a Mac or any of Apple products. Most of the work is going to be done by the CPU because Apple doesn't send any updates to the GPU. They tend to lock things down. So there's no video encoding support for Macs. It's only for Windows PC.